here. Again, this is the last week, I think week 9, week 10 of this back attack game. Just going to work a couple of methods from the 10th planet system on how to get to the back of the truck. Well, it was the truck we looked at last time. And then we'll look at a couple of finishes from the truck. Last time we showed you the calf crank. We'll look at 2 more flexibility submissions, and then we'll look at the twister at the end. So again, from the warm-up we were doing those 7 positions up top. Okay. Then one of those positions was twister side control, because basically when I get side control on someone, probably the number one escape in jiu-jitsu is for him to shrimp away, shrimp towards me, and then put me back in the guard. Get his guard back. Okay. So knowing that from side control, whether I'm cross-facing underhook, I can bring this elbow inside and switch my base. Again, we talked about putting maximum weight on the guy. So this elbow's off the mat and my arse is off the mat. I'm blocking off the near side hip with my knee, and this foot's planted. So wherever he goes, I go. And I want to be putting pressure on him. And again, a lot of the times they don't even realize you've switched from side control to twister side control. So when he turns onto his left side to try to put me back in the guard and turns this way, this free hand, this left hand, is going to win an underhook on his leg. Okay. I think they call this the fishnet. So my left hand grabs the back of his hamstring, it lifts his hip up, and my right hand grabs his right hip, and I close my elbow. This is called a love handle. So from there, if Matty tries to put his back on the mat again, it's not going to happen. I've got him on the side. Now I'm going to use that leg. So from here, my left leg is going to step over and hook this leg. Okay. From there, I'm going to pass that. My left leg's controlling, and I bring my right leg underneath. Okay, the leg I've just controlled. I put it behind the back of my knee here, and then I put my knockdown on, so my instep goes on his shin. I'm still clamping the whole time. From that position, I've seen it taught with the body lock. I just like to get a grip on the shin with both hands. I'm pushing myself all the way up on my knee. I still have the lockdown, and now I'm going to roll over my right shoulder to get myself into the truck. Okay, last time we showed you the calf crank. Well, from there, we're going to look at 2 flexibility submissions. Okay, crotch ripper and banana split. So from there, possibly, maybe this isn't on. Okay, so I have control here, and again, he's going to be going buck mad. I'm controlling his hips. He's going to be trying to free his legs and stuff. So 2 submissions I can do from here is, especially if he kicks this leg out straight, which happens all the time, is I just come above the knee and get this on my shoulder. Okay, and I just get a gable grip, so I'm just slightly above the knee. The foot that was on my heel goes on the back of his leg, like you're doing a side kick in karate. And from there, I just stretch him out. So it's just like a groin stretch. Okay, so sometimes if you don't get that, and we're back in this truck position again, I can come over the thigh from the outside and make an S grip. Okay, my foot's still pushing, and then I just bring my arms over my head and bring my head through the space as I stretch them out. Okay, it's called a banana split. So let's look at that again. So from side control, again, probably the number one escape is he's shrimping on this left side, trying to put me, shrimp this way, trying to put me back in the guard. And see the way he's already turned into me, so I'm relying on this fact. So from there, I release my cross face and I put it under his armpit, and I switch my hips to twister side control. Okay, my knees blocking off the hip, my elbows off the mat, I'm putting all my weight in him. This foot's based off. And again, I control this leg. As I bring it across, this left hand controls the bottom leg. Because once I get him on the side, I want to keep him on the side. So this comes underneath and I get an underhook. And I'm putting my left elbow on the mat. Okay, I lift up the hip, left hand goes in, right hand grabs the hip, and I clamp tight. Again, from that position, your partner should try to cut their back on the mat. And if you've done this right, they're not getting that leg back. So I'm just looking at that leg. So I just hook it with my left leg, okay? And from there, I pass it to my right. So the detail is, my right comes underneath, comes over the top. I put it behind the back of my knee, and I put my instep in front of the shin, okay? The detail of when I play this is, my right knee is tight to his left hip the whole time. Okay, so I can't let space open up between my knee and his hip. So from there, I just grab the shin, both hands, C-clamp, and then I use that to roll over my right shoulder. Okay, so from that position, I'm in the truck. I like this control, shin on shin, and I can be looking for the calf crank and all that stuff that we looked at. Sometimes he'll put the boot on, try to boot that out straight. I just slide this down and get a gable grip just above his knee. Get it on my shoulder. This foot that was on my heel goes on the back of his leg, and I can just stretch him out. Or from the truck again, alternative finish. My right comes over his left leg, gets an S grip, and then from that position, I bring my arms above my head, and I bring my head through that space as I stretch him out. Okay, we'll look at that one more time. I'll use Ryan so you can see, bro. So you're in the bottom now. So, side control. Again, most likely he's going to try to turn on the side. Yeah, what does he want? He wants to get this knee through the space. Put me back in the guard. So I'm relying on that fact, okay? So I'll switch to twister side control, and hopefully he'll turn into me. And when he does, I just snag that leg. So I pull it across, and my left arm comes underneath and makes an underhook. Okay, it's called the fishnet on that bottom leg. I'll lift the hip, my hand goes underneath his hip, and I clamp. This is called the love hand. So if you try to put your back on the mat, it's difficult because I'm controlling his hips. And then from there, I'm going to hook the leg. Okay? Use my left leg to pass it to my right. So my right's coming underneath. I bring it over the top, and then I put my right foot behind the back of my left knee, and my left knee hooks in. So I've got what's called a lockdown on this leg. Okay? Now I'm finding this leg. So just come up. Detail is my right knee has to be tight, okay, to this hip. If there's space, he can reverse it on me. So I make a C-clamp on his leg. I'm going to roll over my right shoulder. And now I'm into the truck. So I want to hold this position. The calf crank is there, which we looked at last time. Sometimes I'll go for this crotch ripper. If he's going buck mad and starts to kick, I'll just slide this down and get it over my shoulder. So from there, the foot that was on the heel transfers on at the end of the lever. And now these are just like a flexibility submission. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, depending on your partner's flexibility, and make them do the split. So I'm just doing that. That's one. Or from the truck. Second one, my right arm comes over the top of the leg. I make an S clamp here, and then I bring my arms over my head, and my head comes through that space. Banana split. Okay, so let's play with that, guys.